Welcome back to my second episode of Jade. So, when we left off, Penny was taking us to a shop in Main Street that's supposed to be very good. And in this episode, we'll be meeting several new characters. And I hope we'll get to see what the MC looks like in his new clothes. I heard about the shop in Main Street that's supposed to be very good. Alright, let's go there then. This is another slide, I think. It says temporary. I don't think this needs to be replaced. This looks just fine to me. I see you like it. Oh, definitely. Don't know the name of this pastry, but it goes wonderfully with warm milk. You sure you don't want a bite? Positive. And I'm glad you're feeling better now. Hard not to feel better. I've known Penny for only a little more than an hour now, but her smile is absolutely infectious. I swear, I doubt there's anyone who could avoid having Penny grow on them. Which makes the fact that she doesn't have any friends even weirder to me. Sorry, many friends. Well, I still have no idea where I am or how I ended up here, but hey, at least the first person to find me was a pretty girl. Wow, look at her eyes. I didn't think it was too far, but I thought I was the first person to locate you. Oh my god, that went completely over her head, didn't it? Penny? I was referring to you. You think I'm pretty? She can't be serious, can she? Penny, it's less a thought and more of an empirical fact. No, I mean, I know that by going by common aesthetical standards I may be considered attractive. It's just, no one has ever said that to me. You cannot be serious. She gently shakes her head and lowers her gaze, her cheeks acquiring a healthy flush as she suddenly finds her fingers very interesting. Well, you are. Thanks. You're pretty too? Now it's my turn to flush. Thanks. Now it's gotten awkward. We're awkward. We made this awkward. Wish there was some kind of distraction. Be careful what you wish for, David. I guess I should say Wilson because I named him Wilson. Well, that works, but now I can't finish my milk. Ah! Wilson! I look down at myself as my body is pulled through the air. Some kind of purple tentacle is wrapped around my torso, but it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't belong to anything living. The construct twists and flips me around, and I grip my teeth, my stomach upset by the quick motion. And what do we have here? Oh, who is this woman? Why is she attacking me? Also, most importantly, what the hell is she attacking me with? The light construct is coming out of her riding crop? You gave me a lot of trouble, young man. What kind of trick were you using to mask your aura? My what? No matter. We'll have plenty of time to uncover that. Now, let's make you easier to transport. She extends her other hands towards me. I cringe and close my eyes. What? Please, stop! Penny? When I open my eyes, Penny is grabbing the bespectacled woman's wrist. Please, let him go. He's done nothing wrong. Unhand me this instant, young lady. I'm terribly sorry, but I can't do that. Because? Because you're going to knock Wilson unconscious and take him to an unknown location. That was my intention, yes. The woman is frowning pretty intensely. She suddenly snatches her hand away from Penny's grip, and the redhead immediately steps in between me and my attacker. And I guess if you're so eager to share the blame, you can share in that fate as well. Oh god, this woman is dangerous. I can feel it just by looking at her. And Penny wants to face her for me? Penny, no, run! Don't worry, Wilson. What? What is this? Why is Penny suddenly giving off a similar feeling? I'm combat ready. Are you now? Saved by the bell. What? A phone? Of all the times. The woman brings her free hand down to one of her pockets, producing some kind of smartphone. Ozpin, I'm in the middle of something. You're in the middle of starting an international incident. Excuse me? The young lady who's so bravely confronting you is a special protege of the general. Salutations. Nice, Penny. Work that angle. She's still interfering. I noticed, Glinda, but does the young man look or feel like a threat at all? Her stare bores into me, evaluating me like I'm something she picked off the sidewalk. Well, it's kind of true, isn't it? He does seem rather inoffensive. Totally and utterly defenseless, ma'am. But I can't just let him go if he's involved with the meteor crash in the market. Of course not. What you can do, though, is bring both of them to me. Which I was going to do by asking them to come along, Glinda. I may understand your irritation at having to repave the street, but I don't think these children deserve an iron fist because of that. Yeah, taking your frustrations out on others is bad form, lady. We'll be right there. Ow, why do I keep falling today? What's your name, child? And I believe you are called Penny, young lady? Yes, ma'am. He's Wilson. A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Now that I'm no longer restrained, anyways. She's a very beautiful woman, but her stern behavior kind of puts a damper on that. I mean, I guess that depends on what kind of person you are. My name is Glinda Goodwitch. I'm a staff member at Beacon Academy. Beacon Academy? Then maybe you know RWBY. Of course someone willing to stand up to a full-fledged huntress would be an acquaintance of that girl. Please follow me to my transport. The headmaster wishes to talk to the both of you. You're not going to detain Wilson anymore, then? That depends on him and his actions, of course, but I guess we should give him the opportunity to explain himself. Much, much appreciated, Miss Goodwitch. Thanks. Despite the rocky introduction, this is actually shaping up to be a good thing. Whoever these people are, they sound important. And Penny sounds important too. She's so nice, strong-armed, a bit awkward, cute, and has got enough courage to go against a huntress? Is that what she called herself? Best friend one could ever ask for, really. Thanks, Penny. Like I said, meeting new characters. We're about to meet 2 more. Have you ever been to this school, Penny? No, I haven't been to Beacon Academy yet. I was supposed to visit it for the first time in about 6 months. But it's the most famous combat academy in all of Remnant, training the best huntsmen and huntresses of the world. Sounds important. What exactly do they hunt? The Grim. They are. I suggest you take your seats and strap in, children. We're descending. She pointed out the window to her right. Curious, I slowly waddle over to a seat on the right of the vehicle we're riding in, and then I see it. This is another slide that I don't think needs to be replaced. This looks great in my eyes. Oh, wow, that's a big complex. Ooh, I think I can see RWBY up front. Oh, wait, no, it was just a large bird. The school is currently on break before the start of the next semester. The majority of the students are not on campus right now, which also means it'll be much easier to get you to the headmaster unnoticed. And this doesn't need to be replaced. This looks fine. It's pulled straight from the show. The headmaster's office is located at the top of the Beacon Tower. Let's hurry. And there he is. Look at that. I'm back, headmaster. So I see. Welcome to Beacon Academy, children. I'm Ozpin, the headmaster. So this is the headmaster of Beacon Academy. He's very attractive. Those are some fine aging genes in action there. No, seriously, he's got a head full of gray hair, but it's a full head of gray hair. And where are his wrinkles? He looks like a girl's older man fantasy. We're straight out of one of those boy love stories, but in that case, you need a... And this is General Ironwood? I believe Penny is already acquainted with him. Strong, muscular, buff counterpart. Good morning, sir. It seems one can't take his eyes off you for more than 5 minutes without you taking in some stray, Penny. Yikes, stereotypical army general, even if his expression is gentler. Penny was the first one on the scene, General. She also witnessed the events immediately prior to the crash, and was in town the whole morning. Frankly, I don't think we could have asked for a better witness, and she helped protect Mr. Kabigas from my lapse in judgment. What she said, I think it's a good thing Penny is the one who found me instead of anyone else, really, and she's been a great thing to me so far. You misunderstand me. Penny's character was never in question. I just find it curious how she can't seem to help but form relationships with peculiar characters. And there's the attention of the room on me. Half had a mind of saying, hey, I'm not peculiar, but I am the guy born of a meteor or something. So, Penny, can you tell us how your morning went? From start to finish, with anything that comes to mind. Any detail, no matter how small, could be important. What is he smiling about all of a sudden? Every detail? I've played through this before. I'm not even going to try and read what comes next. If you please. Well, the sky was pretty clear. Alright, and what? There you go. You can pause and read that if you want to. What? I see, then. And that's when we arrived at this location. I see. Thanks for your exhaustiveness, Penny. Oh my god, he is a headmaster. That didn't faze him in the slightest. Even the general lost his smile halfway through. My pleasure, headmaster. Now, Mr. Kabigas, do I understand from Penny's story that you possess no memory or awareness of Remnant as a whole? You managed to get that out of that? Is this guy a wizard? Sadly correct. My memories are a mess. If I remember what police are supposed to be. My name, random bits and pieces. And for me, Miss Glinda, I had no idea you could snatch other people out of the air with riding crops. Uh-oh. It's kind of cool. Hopefully that'll lose me her snarl. Whew. What is the last thing you remember? Darkness. I guess going to sleep? Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a crater, and then I met Penny. And he was in his sleepwear. And someone turned him into a makeshift projectile? Sounds preposterous. You seem to have a theory, James. He's not lying, or if he is, he's the best liar I've ever met. So, either the impact knocked the memories out of him, so to speak, or someone removed them. Wait, what? It does seem to be the most plausible explanation. I turn right and meet Penny's gaze. She seems to share my surprise at the question on the tip of my tongue. But why would anyone erase my memories, put me in a fake meteor, and hurl me at a city? Also, how do they get it past the barrier? Those are questions that need answers indeed, but I don't see us getting to them in the course of this day. So, for the time being, I'd like the both of you to stay at Beacon. Stay at the school? Really? Both of them? Ozpin? Penny is the first bond Mr. Kabigas made after his awakening, James. If his memories have actually been tampered with, I think it's important to give him as many anchors to the real world as possible, in preparation for when they'll go back to normal. Also, I understand you're worried about Penny's interactions. Beacon is certainly a more controlled environment than Vale, no? Granted, but unless there's something else you're not sharing with us, which may constitute an impediment, I don't see any reason why Miss Penny shouldn't be allowed to spend the semester here at Beacon. Tension's so thick you can cut it with a knife, as they say. I don't understand. They seem to act friendly so far, but now it's like they're playing mind games with each other. So, for those of you who don't watch the show, I do. There's a little bit of a disagreement between these two on how this one does his job. Not as headmaster, but as sort of the watchful protector of the city, I guess you could say. And he thinks they should be taking a more active approach. And Ozpin, I think, has figured out that there's something not being shared here in regards to Penny. As to what, who knows? Figure it out for yourself. And this is his attempt to either get Penny in Beacon, or get General Ironwood here to share whatever the secret is. After a few more seconds of staring contest, the General lowers his gaze and lets out a deep sigh. I guess there are none. Upon hearing those words, Penny lets out a huge gasp, bringing her hands to her mouth. General, really? As long as you behave. Of course, I will. I will be good, General. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, General. If that's all, I guess I should inform Penny's father of the new arrangements. I will also have one of my teams inspect the location of the crash. No offense, Glinda. None taken, but I shall accompany you. Thank you, Headmaster. 1,000 thanks. Don't thank me yet, children. I'd like you to stay at the school, but there are conditions. Conditions? Despite your particular situation, this is still an academy for huntsmen and huntresses. To stay at Beacon, you will need to prove that you have the potential to stand at their side and learn. He's not serious, is he? Headmaster, while I have confidence in my abilities, I doubt this is a reasonable request for Wilson. He's not combat trained and he doesn't even know how to access his aura. Yeah, what's aura? Aura is an extension of the soul. All living things possess it, and huntsmen can use it to protect their bodies, heal their injuries, and power their weapons and semblances. But that's beside the point. That's crazy. How am I supposed to keep up with people who can do that? We have a first year who managed to pass the entrance exam by only discovering aura in the exam itself, so there's now a precedent. That's not a precedent, that's a miracle! And regarding the combat training, can we be certain of that at this moment in time? Oh, that's right. What's right? What is he talking about? I'll leave him in your hands then, Miss Polendina. The amphitheater is currently free. I will have a room ready for you in the dormitories by the time you're finished. Finished? Finished with what? Thanks, Headmaster! The exam will take place on Sunday. Prepare yourself properly. What? Penny, where we go? I can walk on my own. There's always a place at Beacon for people willing to walk the path, Mr. Cabegus. Here we are. Penny has pretty much dragged me non-stop to the elevator, out of the tower, and through the school grounds, where, of course, I couldn't escape the gazes of a few students. Some pointed, others laughed, others yet seemed almost sympathetic. Let's take a few seconds. This game has a phenomenal soundtrack. Let's take a few seconds to listen to this soundtrack. Alright, back to the game. The structure we're in is towering and seems to be able to accommodate hundreds of people at the same time, if not more. So I see Penny, but I still don't understand. What are we here for? To verify your combat training, of course. Oh my god, she's serious. Penny, I've never been in a fight my entire life. That's according to your memories, right? Of course, what else? Ah, gotcha. I have no memories, so maybe I've just forgotten about it? So there's a chance I could have been trained to fight? Positive. But if I forgot, what good does that do for me? Even if your brain has forgotten, there's a possibility that your body will still remember. That's why the headmaster asked me to accompany you here. Combat training. Combat training, but first... Oh god, she's close. She suddenly got very close to me, keeping her eyes on mine and connecting our foreheads. Her hands grasped my cheeks, making me flush in embarrassment. For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. I feel hot all of a sudden, like a blanket of warmth spreading from the point where our foreheads connect to go cover the entirety of my body. Through this, we become a paragon of virtue and glory, to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul, and by my shoulder protect thee. I feel the blanket seep into my flesh, traveling through pathways previously unknown to me, all the way down to my core, and then... Penny lets me go, and the concentrated warmth in my body explodes, waving outwards to my skin. I look at my hands. They're covered in a thin, translucent barrier of dark silver, which disappears in a few seconds. Penny, is this? I unlocked your aura using mine. I also recited an ancient oath that went with it, from a time when the process was used as a coming-of-age ritual. As the headmaster said, it will protect you and heal you. You have a finite quality of it, though, so try not to rely on it so much. Dodging is important. Got it. And now we start. Okay, funny story about this line. I don't think I've ever clicked the dodge button in the combat interface over the course of my entire playthrough of this game. My, 3 normal playthroughs, and all the playthroughs where I just hit the skip button at the bottom. Now, we spar. The feeling from when Penny put herself between me and Clinda's back, although this time it's kind of muted. Is it because she unlocked my aura, or because this is only going to be a spar? Be careful, Wilson. I will tell you what I will do, but I will come at you seriously. Are you ready? Not at all, but... This may help me remember things about myself. I flex my legs, preparing myself to move. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. How do you feel, Wilson? Nervous, but not as much as I thought I'd be. Is this also because of aura? Aura is an extension of your soul, after all, but your aura cover is not fully formed yet. So what do? You need to focus. By focusing, you can bring more of your aura to the surface and reform your cover. Try it now. Regrettably, if you click on this, nothing particularly funny happens, so we'll just focus. Just kidding. When will you not take the opportunity to click take a nap? Now's not the time for that. You need to add something hilarious in here. Minos is the game who made this, by the way. Is the guy who made this. So, let's focus. Focus is like a self-heal, basically. Any party member can use it. I think it worked. Fantastic. Now let's see how sturdy it is, shall we? Come again? I'm going to attack you now, Wilson. Defend yourself. Take the hit. And let's see how much your aura cover depletes. Oh boy. So, I never hit this button either. I've never hit the defend button. I will hit defend this one time for the tutorial, but I've never been in a situation where I would rather defend than just focus again. And so, defend, it'll decrease the damage you take, but focus heals you, and it usually heals you more than anyone will do in one hit. Well done. I thought I was going to knock you to the ground for sure. Don't worry, you almost did. Ouch, she only backhanded me in the shoulder, but I got pushed back for meters. Alright, this time let's see if you can dodge my attack instead of taking it. My eyes can follow her, but I don't know if I can be fast enough. Have to try and dodge. Yes, I did it. You have to pay attention when dodging. A successful dodge will let you avoid any damage, but a failed dodge will leave you open to the enemy attack, worse than if you had guarded against it. Also, if you choose to focus and the enemy attacks, that also counts as a failed dodge. So, I have to read my enemy and choose my options carefully. Got it. Alright, last lesson is of course attacking. Try and attack me, Wilson. What? I can't attack you? I don't want to hurt you. Bruh, you just woke up in a meteor with no memories, and she's like a skilled combat, what's the right word? Tactician? Huntress in training? I don't know. You can't hurt her if you wanted to, buddy. Thanks. That's a noble sentiment, but don't worry and come at me. If you say so. And now to attack Penny. Very well connected, Wilson. There was force behind that swing. Those are the basics of this particular kind of battle, called duels. There's another way to fight alone. To fight alone or in a group when more possibilities open up to you, like using items and your semblance, but you won't be able to dodge on your own. In both cases, your enemies in battle will have particular tells. Pay attention to those to decide what actions to take, and always keep an eye on your aura. Alright? Understood. Thanks, Penny. Ow, thank God it's over. I'm the one who hit her, but my hand is numb. She's sturdier than she looks. Well, that was a sufficient warm-up. Crap. The universe just loves proving me wrong. Try and catch me, Wilson. Hurrah! Sorry, you missed. Again. On my hands and knees. Penny put me through an extensive training session. That's all for today, then. You did great, Wilson. Aura is so convenient. My body is already healing all of the sores and scrapes I got from training with Penny. I didn't warm up before starting, and yet I feel completely fine, cramp and pull-wise. The headmaster's hypothesis was correct. Your body has combat training. That's a pretty big hint. It means I was trained in a combat school, right? Or you were someone's apprentice. Either way, it should help us narrow down to where to look for further information. It's a start, and I will probably survive the test. I raise my head to the sky. It's sundown. We've been here for a while. Well, want to see what the room the headmaster has prepared for? Huh? Wait just a moment. What is it? You remembered something? Yeah, I remember this headmaster said he was going to have a room prepared for us, as in one, for the both of us. So? What do you mean, so? He wants us to stay in the same room. And? My jaw is currently threatening to dislocate. Penny, we're a boy and a girl. Doesn't the thought of sleeping in the same room, bother you? Oh. She starts giggling like I just cracked the best joke in the world. Wilson, you're so old-fashioned. Old-fashioned? Teams in dormitories and combat academies like Beacon are all co-ed, have been for decades. You're telling me that they're allowing young teenagers of different genders to share the same living space? She nods. Okay. What else can you say to such a normal reaction, really? Let's go look for our room, then. This academy is not only big, but also beautiful. Modern, but at the same time with an air of elegance to it, like a castle. I guess Osmond's tower, looking down from above, helps in giving it that feeling. Which I thought was the reason why Penny is constantly looking around, but with more attentive observance, it's clear she's looking for something. Or someone. Hey, Penny, what does your friend look like? Excuse me? I grin. I must have caught her by surprise. The friend you asked Miss Glinda about. Ruby, right? If you tell me what she looks like, I can help you find her. He flushes in embarrassment at being caught, but then gives me a nod. Well, Ruby is shorter than me. She has silver eyes and dark hair, with red highlights. Sounds peculiar? What else, huh? Someone is approaching Penny from behind. Oh. She wear a red hood or something similar? Affirmative, how did you know? I'm psychic. Does she have white skin? Indeed. When I first met her, I thought she had some kind of skin condition, but it was really just her natural pigment and some weird lighting. Don't you think that's a little excessive? Well, I suppose she's not that pale. Still, her clothes have colors that make her white tone that much more accentuated. Black and red, mostly. I'm sure she looks just fine. Gorgeous, even. I think she could benefit from a more varied outfit. One of her teammates has great fashion sense. I think she could... No. I do not need fashion sense advice from Weiss, and my combat skirt is awesome. Ruby! Ruby, I'm so happy to see you again. Happy too, but need air. I know the feeling, Rubes. Thankfully, Penny only continues for a few more seconds before releasing her. Ruby, I'm so happy to see you. Then you didn't go away for the break. Break's almost over anyways. I would have had to come back, but more importantly, you! Me? The headmaster asked me to look for you, to bring you to your room, and he told me that you're going to be staying at Beacon. It's super duper awesome! Oh, right, yes, Headmaster Osborne allowed us to stay here, provided we pass the exam, of course. We? Hi? Looking like she had only just now remembered my presence, Ruby turns to me. I grin and raise my right hand in greeting. My name is Wilson D. Cabigas. Nice to meet you, Ruby. Huh? Why is she looking at me like that? She's scrutinizing me from head to toe like a statue she needs to chip excess stone off of. What is it with people and getting really close? Do I have something on my face? Why is she getting in so close? Sorry. She's retreated, but she's still looking at me like, "You, mister!" Penny looks as surprised as me when Ruby suddenly thrusts her right index finger in my direction, stretching her whole arm to point at me, which, considering I'm 5'10", is a kind of a comedical image. I'm gonna erase this line right here. I'll have you know that I am actually 6'1". Excuse you, game? How dare you make me conform to the height of the MC? Yes? As Penny's first friend in Vale and as leader of Team RWBY, the coolest amalgam of future huntresses currently in Beacon, I have to inform you that I find you lacking as a future teammate. Lacking? Because you lack something that I need to see to fully evaluate you. Also, I may be a bit curious. I got that, but what exactly am I lacking? Your weapon. You mean like Miss Glinda's riding crop? Yes, or like mine. And this is where we're gonna end off. Not only because this slide is wonderful and I want to use it for the thumbnail, but also because the lines that come next are very important for the development of the character, and I'm gonna force you all into a cliffhanger. So, it happens all in a swift second, and it shocks me much more than Miss Glinda's light construct, because how could something so small keep hidden? How could someone so small keep hidden something this big? And I'm afraid that's the end. We'll pick up next time at this line where we'll see our room, we'll learn a little bit about our past maybe, and we'll get to check out David's weapon, or I keep calling him David because that's his default name. We'll check out my weapon. See you all next time on Jade, a RWBY dating sim / visual novel. Have a nice day.